Ghosts. What are they? Like, really, what are they? People take a lot of pictures of strange shapes, strange objects floating in the air that frankly look, for the most part, like there's some sort of a fingerprint stuck on the lens. What are they really? People pass these things around the internet, and then they expect you to believe it's actually a ghost. And a friend of mine told me about the Southwest Ghost Hunters, an organization that's actually dedicated to looking into this with science and reason. So I logged onto their website and checked them out, and they turned out to actually really look at stuff. They disproved way more than what they actually came up as being a possible ghost. That impressed me. Usually these people just sit around and scare each other into a state that they believe anything, any noise, any rat running through the wall, anything at all is actually a ghost. So as I was looking around, I saw all their pictures and their findings, and it was interesting. They measured everything from the electromagnetic field of the sun at that time, to what the temperature was, to you name it, trying to figure out what some other cause could be for throwing their data off. That made them sound more legit to me. They also did things like explore a building where they got a weird reading on their electromagnetic field indicator to find out if it could have been, just possibly, an air conditioning on the other side of the wall. So I called up our producer Lucy, who's a known skeptic of this stuff. He doesn't really believe it, and sent her down to check it out. She took a camera crew down to Socorro, New Mexico, where they're based. It's a tiny town in the southwest, and interviewed the guys. The interview led to an actual ghost hunt, and Lucy came back not nearly so skeptical. This is the story of what happened, and I think you'll find it very interesting.
Hello, Cody Paulson.
Yeah, this is Cody.
Lucy Carson from Veritas Media Group.
Oh, great. I thought we were missionary-looking Christians trying to convert the heathens. It's okay, Bob. Put the sword down. Yeah. Come on in.
And you must be Bob. Good to meet you. I'm Lucy.
Yes, we live high class, actually. Why don't you sit there, Cody? You sit there. Oh. Yeah.
So, you're the Southwest Ghost Hunters. You'll have to tell me a little about yourselves.
Yes, we're an organization. We've been around about 20 years. We're more scientifically based in the fact that we don't use psychics or Ouija boards or dowsing rods or any other New Age crap. Pretty much the name of the game down in this part of the country. So.
Yeah. You mean the New Agey crap? Or what we do?
Well, what we do, of course.
So is the scientific element a big part of ghost hunting these days?
Not really, no.
There's a lot of guys that like to say they're scientific. If you bring an exorcist on a ghost hunt, you are not being scientific. You can't do it.
Well, isn't the point of exorcism to get rid of ghosts anyway?
Yeah.
And that's not what you want.
Yeah, that's good. We're gonna study these things while getting rid of them. The power of the Lord commands you. Yeah, well, how can you study it when it's,
I see what you mean.
And to get rid of a ghost, you have to have two things. One, you have to have definitive proof that there's a ghost, and two, you have to have a way of removing the ghost. Neither of which have been proven, which is not scientific.
Right.
You can't use the paranormal to prove the existence of the paranormal. Well, it takes repeated testing over and over again. If you use the paranormal to prove the paranormal, it's a circular argument. That's why we don't use psychics or anything like that. You just can't do it. He started as a debunker, 22 years ago.
Yeah.
He didn't believe in him. He was trying to disprove the whole ghostly thing, trying to prove that it was all in people's minds. He actually got the name of the Hitman. That's his nickname, because he's debunked so many people's ghosts. Was it Marfa lights? Yeah. Proved that was actually cars on the highway.
So you must be popular, Cody.
Well, not with other ghost hunters.
We're not the ones that gave him. We're not the ones that gave him the name.
But see, he's this here is Bob the Sane, and so named for the logical and reasoning ability. He also has a little bit of a scientific background. He went to the college here in New Mexico Tech, was studying astrophysics for a while.
Wow.
So he helps a little bit with the scientific element and keeping with scientific method.
Yeah. So, you know, it's I consider myself to be a skeptical believer. You know, I try to maintain my skepticism up until it's not anything that can be disproved. You know, I mean, there's a lot of places we've been to where it's, you know, obvious this is not a ghost, this is what's going on. It's almost like detective work. You got to sit there and figure it all out, go through the steps, and also he and I kind of keep each other honest.
Oh, yeah, you'll see us playing good cop, bad cop, one being believer, one being skeptic, and we switch. We have some interesting people in our group, and they range from believer to skeptic as well.
Yeah, I don't think we have any out and out disbelievers, but the level of skepticism you'll find will differ from person to person. We got some people who try as they might, just really want to believe, you know, but they're kind of counterbalanced by the others who try as hard as they can to believe, they just can't bring themselves quite to accept.
If you go to these places long enough, you start seeing things that you just can't logically explain. And I just moved from doing the psychic debunking to going into ghost and hauntings, and it kind of progressed from there. The strangest thing I saw was at Tombstone. I saw a glass move at the end of the bar. It lifted up and chunked across the room. And it's like, how the hell do you explain that? You know, it gave me that reason of a doubt. And so that's the whole purpose of our group, is to analyze everything and attempt to figure out what's going on. Not necessarily prove that ghosts exist, but try to find something one way or another to figure out what's going on.
And do people actually hire you to find their ghosts?
Actually, we don't get paid to do what we do.
Yeah, we don't charge money.
We're a research organization, so we get, you know, sometimes we'll get like grant money from an individual or something, but it's not, we don't charge money for what we do.
You know, they'll go into a place and say, okay, for, you know, $200 or whatever, I'll cleanse your house, you know. Well, okay, first off, how do you know there's even a ghost there? You know, and second off, how do you prove that they've actually gotten rid of the ghost anyway? So then 2 weeks later, when whatever it is happening starts happening again, they call the same psychic. Oh, very angry spirit. Obviously, they really want to stay here. So for another $200, I'll get rid of it again. You see where I'm going with this? I mean, it's a scam. It's like, and people want to believe.
Yeah.
People really, especially these days. I mean, this is big. You know, the whole ghost thing. You always see it on all the, like the History Channel and all these other things. They're always talking about, you know, hauntings here and hauntings there and hauntings everywhere. Well, people want to believe. So you don't want any woogie kind of stuff going on, in other words.
Nothing, just if there's a ghost, let them take care of that.
So
Excellent.
So you want us to do what we do.
I do. I'm personally a skeptic. I'm interested in filming the ghost hunters.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
Excellent. We look forward to working with you then.
I look forward to
Totally.
working with you. Right, take care, guys.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Watch out for the attack dogs and kids
I've
on your way out.
already almost been eaten by them, but I'll try my best to survive. Take care. Bye.
Drive safe. Ha! I get a theme song.
Oh,
So that'd be pretty cool.
oh yeah, definitely.
I mean,
You know, the thing is though, can the film crew handle it?
I guess we'll have to see. I don't know. I think they can handle it. I mean, we've been to some pretty freaky places, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, but you know, there's a few. There's always freakiness out there.
Yeah.
The thing is, we'll need to see if we can find some places that are just really whacked. Like, we'll go through the list and find some places that we really got some cool stuff in.
Well, this is the Southwest, dude. A lot of people died here.
You remember how active that place was the last time we went there?
Yeah, it was hot.
You remember the Arizona Theater?
Yeah.
All right, we got that one EVP because the guard used to go down there and they had some kind of a thing supposedly came up and freaked them out.
Yeah.
It's attacking women now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she says it had happened to one of the former security guards, and they had
Former?
yeah.
What, did they quit
former?
after the-
Yeah, they left.
What do you mean attack?
Attack as in they come up and it's like they feel a force pushing them against the wall. I mean, really, really hard. So
No
it
way.
freaked the girl out. She quit. We've had skeptics get turned there. Remember Ross? I mean, this Mr. Skeptic, the guy that did not believe in this stuff, he changed his mind and started believing in ghosts. after
Yeah, because
this.
it was the guy with the spurs on walked up.
Right, it's the
just
same
just
dude.
Walked up and okay.
So hey, we ought to let's get the Here, our first assignment with them, huh?
Yeah.
We'll call Lucy and we'll set this up and let's rock on it, man.
Let's get the team. Give Dave a call. See if we can get everyone together.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It should be. It's gonna be weekend anyway.
Yeah. Shouldn't have any problem.
We got stuff to do. We have things to set up. We have equipment to prepare.
Oh.
You don't got no muscles. Get the hell out of here.
This looks good.
Let's get the team.
Right down here and into his lair. And what I've heard, most of the stuff that happens is to women. 'Cause I haven't really had too much happen to me, although there was one time I was in here and I got a cold chill like it was going through me. There's been several incidents with women that seems to not like the women, the fairer sex.
I think what kind of stuff does he do?
I have heard that he has pushed them and just made sounds. He seems to appear from the stage.
Right up here.
Yeah.
It's back this way.
Yep.
What's back there? Is that just access to backstage or what?
Yeah, we have a, back here you have a sound room, which is locked.
Okay.
Okay.
Was
And
anything
this leads up to
freaky?
an exit.
Anything freaky going on back here?
Nothing that I've encountered other than bats. There are a lot of bats in here.
Really?
Bats. Okay, that's good to know.
That is good to know.
Don't tell the girls they're bats.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do we do if they get guanoed upon?
Tell them it's ectoplasm and take a sample.
Yeah, that'll go
Okay.
over real well.
It's very quiet.
Yeah, it is. do you think? Camera up on stage?
Yeah.
Maybe some in the corners?
Now, Teresa was telling us a story, and what I guess her and another coworker, Amber, they used to come in the summer, I guess, because it's very hot.
Right.
And they would set up in the back. They'd leave the lights off, so you just got the exit lights.
We'd sit up back by there, sit on that bench, and because I was in here with Amber maybe 3 or 4 times.
Right.
And that's when it seemed like to me, I was sitting right there, and it seemed like to me that he entered me and went through into the sound booth.
Really? Okay.
So,
Well, they said they hear noises on stage, and it sounds like somebody jumps down, and then they can't see the light anymore because it's like something standing right in front of them. And then it's like they hear a heavy breathing sound, like someone had just run up. Turn on their lights, and there's nobody in here.
right. I have heard footsteps and I have heard breathing,
Okay.
but nothing else than that, nothing more.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, okay, we definitely need to hit this place. One of the more active
Set up one of
areas.
the camera systems. That'll work. Cool.
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. You okay? And me without a tri-field.
No. Okay, Bob, I say we get this stuff down here and set it up. We know. Might be interesting here.
This might be interesting.
Okay, one there,
Dude,
one
dude,
here,
dude, shh,
one
shh,
there.
shh, shh, shh. Are there bats in here? There's none up here.
No, the bats are back there, dude. They're not up in here.
I just heard something like,
Yeah. Murphy's Law. We don't got any equipment.
we have
We're
no
not ready
equipment
to
and
do
now
anything.
something's moving around in here.
Okay, let's get the team and
Let's get the team and get in here.
yeah.
This place is hot.
Okay.
All right.
Do that. Security guards used to go down here because it was an area that had air conditioning on. And the thing that's kind of neat about that, they'd be down there, they'd keep the lights off, so you only had lights coming in from the exit signs on the 2 doors. What happens, they hear footsteps walking back and forth across the stage. And as that's going on, they say you hear like it jumps down, and then all of a sudden you cannot see the lights in front of you, like someone standing there, and then they hear a heavy breathing, like someone is running, is really breathing hard. What happens at that point, they freak out, they turn on their flashlights, and there's nothing there at all. It's completely gone. So, I think what we're going to try to do is go down, we'll take some initial readings and make a plan based on what we get initially and see what we come up with that. Okay. Okay, that was weird.
Did you just turn the lights off?
Yes, okay. Good, so big range, if you're not, you need a baseline going in.
Holding steady 4. It's dropping. It's moving up.
I'm not getting anything on the AC meter, so.
That's DC. That's a definite possibility right there.
So what's going on, they'll be up here, and then they hear the noises on the stage over here. So, let's check the stage area first, since that's where the some AC power lines, but I'm not getting any residual from them.
Well, interestingly enough, where I was just picking up that reading was on the other side of this wall here, I think.
Yeah.
So it's near the stage.
Bob, I got an idea.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? What if we, the phenomenon only affects women.
Right.
So what if we had 2 women here? We go out by that back door. We'll set the tri-field here on some, and we can keep the back door cracked. If we hear this instrument go off, we can come in from the back try to flush it forward towards the women in the back.
women here.
Yeah.
And give them an infrared camera.
Yeah, give them the infrared and a digital. And, you know, it's worth a shot. Because, you know, if it doesn't respond to men, according to the security guards, it only happens to women. If we're going to be in here with men, it's not going to happen.
That's true.
And it's like we got the reading coming in. So it's almost like it was there, saw guys and went, oh, heck with this, and it split.
Freaked out and bailed out.
Exactly.
Let's
What
give
do
it
you
a shot. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, we need to get another woman. Kat, can you go back and get one of the other investigators? Get Kristen.
Okay.
And bring her back here to make sure she brings a digital camera with her. Okay?
All right. All right. Well, I'll see you guys in a bit.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Stay safe. Don't get lost.
That's them. Stop.
There's me. I know I'm kind of scary with them. Here's the plan. I want you guys up here in the very back, on the very back. Okay? We're going to set the trifold on there. Bob, go ahead and get that if you can. And just be perfectly quiet and listen. Okay? And hopefully we'll get that thing going off. But if you hear footsteps or something and it doesn't set that off, if you holler out, what we're going to do is we're going to go around to the back door. And we're going to be right inside, but we're not actually going to be in. And if we hear, you know, either you holler or that go off,
And we can get up and leave, right? Once if this thing runs out.
Well, according to security guards, when a light comes on, it bails.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what they hear is footsteps on the stage. It jumps down, comes up the stairs to the women. And the only light's going to be from these two exit signs right here. So if you suddenly can't see those and you hear heavy breathing, it's him.
Okay.
So turn on the flashlight, it's supposed to go away. But what we want to do is see if we get anything on here.
Okay. Now, do you want me just to sit there and record the stage the whole time? Just
Right. Well, you can move the camera around.
Okay.
But mainly listen. Be very
You
careful
have
and
yours
listen to hear
pointed
any
to the
noise.
stage. I'll be moving mine around.
All right,
How's
cool.
that? Okay.
All right.
Okay, that sounds
And
good.
you.
It is actually sensitive enough to pick up the human body.
I actually don't.
It's picking me up right now. This means that anything coming near it of any type of EM field is going to set that thing off. It's also set very sensitive right now. Just standing here, you can hear it going off. If anything comes from the back of the stage towards them, it'll set it off and they'll hear it.
If that goes off, or if you hear something come down or towards you, like footsteps, just holler, and we'll be back by the back door.
Okay.
And we won't come bursting in like, you know, avenging
You
Jedi
can
or
switch
something.
the lights on, right?
Right.
I'm afraid of the dark.
Very quiet, okay.
Okay, I got it. Came right up to me.
What's wrong? What happened? Did you guys hear us?
Something else.
What was it?
Is there something in front of you?
Yeah.
Nothing on there?
I don't think I got anything.
She might have been too scared to even
And
notice.
I'm like,
No. Did you
Sure
hear
that wasn't
it?
us,
Did you
'cause
hear
we were
it?
trying to be quiet.
Yes. Yes. No, it was like this. I'll tell you what it is. It was like this. Did you hear that?
On
Where?
the step in front of you?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Really?
It just went straight to
That
her
was
ear.
not us.
No, definitely not.
No.
It was like quicker than that. Like
Is this
that.
now right
Are
before
you
we
sure it
came in?
wasn't one of you maybe tapping
No,
your
it
phone?
wasn't. We were dead silent, and I wouldn't just start
decided-
screaming out of there. It was like here. Something was
Okay.
here.
Well, we'll review the tape. It should come out
I
on that,
don't
at
know
least
if
in the
I got
audio.
anything because we
What
freaked
was
out.
If it was a
I heard
noise
the
you guys
tapping,
heard, it
and
should
then
come
I
out
heard-
on the tape as an
I
audible.
knew.
Did the tripod
I
go
felt
off
the
at any
presence
time?
right there. You screamed, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Well,
All of a sudden, just
experiment successful.
What if it was hanging out in that area? Remember we came in, we got the reading right when we came in.
Yeah.
When we came back in, we flushed it this way.
Distinctly possible.
Oh, God.
Distinctly
It was
possible.
here all the time.
It correlates with the time that we were coming in.
Yeah, we
My
got
My
the
feeling
reading.
was it was going to avoid the tri-field and come from a different
we were
direction.
talking, we were like singing and all kinds of stuff. And then she said, let's be silent. So we were silent for about a minute. And then we were like looking straight at the stage, just like that. And I was not expecting something to be there.
See, that happened right as we came through where we had flushed it out before. It was hanging out back here by the door. We came through that way. Just now, right as we came around the corner.
You mean
guys
you
screamed.
felt something?
No, I didn't feel anything. It's like we was probably avoiding it. It was running in front of us. Came up to where you guys are.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Because you know what? That screen right there, it got brighter right as I felt something coming up, and then it went to her.
Why did it come to me? I don't know.
and you wanted to sit in the middle.
It thinks you're pretty. It wants
What
to
did it do
kiss you.
after-
It's important to be quiet, or you whisper, you will mess up the sample, okay? You must be quiet. Got no lights, it must be dark. That's the way the security guards scare him off, is when they turn on their light. Turn on the light, supposedly it goes away. But,
We can't stress enough, you have to be quiet. Even if you whisper a little bit, you will destroy the sample. Well, the signal that we're looking for on the tape is so far down below human hearing that whispering will completely override it.
Okay.
So, dead quiet, except for the person asking the questions.
and remember, she has infrared. She can see, even though you guys it's dark, she can see if there's anybody really there. So, it will be, once again, the same thing. We'll come out for 5 minutes, we'll go back down.
This. I don't know if I want.
When the security came here, they sat right here or off on this back one. Which in a way is better, your back's to the wall.
Okay.
So, over here is cool.
Bob, do we want the tri-field on some while they're in here?
Do we want to have the tripod on again? I'm just kind of worried that if we actually pick something up, the whining of that thing, if we leave it on
That's
audible,
true.
will actually destroy whatever sample.
Let's take it, I want to take readings when we come back in.
Okay, all right.
Just to see if that, we still get that
What about
one
this
spike.
thing?
You won't be able to read it in the dark, so just hang on to it.
Don't lose it.
When do I hit record?
When you're ready to go, remember to leave about
10 seconds of
10
silence before you
seconds.
ask.
Yeah, then we're going to use that as a noise filter so that we can get rid of any possible ambient noises you're going to get before you actually start asking questions.
Now, if you hear something coming up, look through the IR, because you can see it if it comes up. If it's not, keep in mind, it could be the building settling, it could be a number of things. That is
We've seen signs of
explainable.
mice in here.
Okay.
It could be a rodent.
If I feel something, just put it in front of us. Okay.
Well, remember also, guys, like Bob was saying with the building settling, these are probably things that happen all day, during the day. There's just so many things going on that you probably don't even notice it. So it's just sounds that are going on all the
The
time.
only way we can
most
work
likely.
with that camera, so.
Yeah.
All right, let's head up.
All right.
No lights, no talking. We'll try to see if we can get an answer this time.
No, nothing. We studied between 1 and 2 microteslers.
Yeah, I don't think it does it all on, dude.
I didn't in that shot either.
Okay, so here, we're gonna,
I did on that one. There's a couple spots.
we'll wait 5 minutes. Okay. Go back down. Take readings around that one corner. If you get a reading, just note it, mental note. I don't wanna scare them.
Okay.
So we'll try to be quiet going back down.
You're all gonna die in there. You're all gonna die.
Or no more coffee for Bob.
No, I don't think so. Probably you've had enough. Enough cake, enough pizza, everything.
But was that another soda pop?
As Bob would say, let's all stand around and look like idiots.
You get out of here and
All right, we're here.
We're coming!
We're coming. We are here.
it's coming up the stairs. Get the get away from me! Go!
We're here.
I got it coming up the stairs. It's right that way. I got an orb coming this way, and this way. Oh, my face hurts.
Let's see if we can verify anything.
I turned it off before I screamed. I still yelled.
Did you get any EVP done before this happened?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what did you get on infrared?
About 6 questions, actually.
You got nothing on infrared. It's okay, guys.
Gotta be aware of the works.
There's a lot of dust in here too.
You're gonna get so much dust. It's gonna be... Now tell me what happened exactly.
Okay.
Calm down, tell me what happened.
I took the EVP. I'm sitting here, it's quiet. Okay, and I hear tapping down there. And I feel like something's coming up towards me. So I screamed, but I grabbed my camera and I flashed a picture as I'm yelling foul obscenities at it. And I got what something looked like an orb down there first. I snapped another picture right there, and she felt something on her.
Did you get anything on IR cap?
I didn't, not that I know of.
Okay.
That's dust. Whoa, that one's bright though.
Yeah,
Probably dust
that
though.
was very bright.
Who wants to hold the flashlight?
Let's get everybody up.
All right, let's go.
Which way are you going? Guys, look, we need to talk about this situation going on at Storytellers. The women are obviously in hysterics. We're not getting any kind of data. I can't rely on anything they've brought to us. So Bob and I were talking on the way back. How do you feel about going in drag?
It's rag.
Drag, yeah, in a dress. Dressed like a woman. Phenomenon only happens to women.
Right, well, if it helps us obtain more evidence, I'll take a hit for the team. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
We promise not to get something that makes your butt look big.
Please don't, Bob.
Right after you ask the first question, there is an orb-like phenomenon that comes in from the left-hand side. And what we're thinking, this is one hypothesis, more on the believer end, okay? We've noticed in the past, sometimes when we turn IR, it avoids the IR light. So it came in on the left, and then it would have been over you. Under our hypotheses, that's all it is. It's an electromagnetic ball of energy. It would have to be close so it could pulse out, so you could perceive it. And that's more of Persinger's theories on electromagnetic fields affecting consciousness and whatnot. Okay, so we're going to try a different experiment and see if it happens again. So maybe you're not crazy. We'll see.
I thought you wanted to go to Storytellers.
No.
Not after what you guys did.
Oh, they're not gonna do. They're not gonna. Oh, that's right. If they talk, they would be.
Watch it out. I'll catch up. For the other girls?
Yeah.
We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Here, Bob. Dust. Let's bail. Yep.
It's been about 5 minutes.
Nothing. No noises, no nothing. There were no knocks, no noises, no nothing.
No.
Tapping, any settling noises. Mice running across your feet.
Not a thing. Not a thing.
Hey, isn't this where you're supposed to turn around and say, "Hey, sailor"?
Hey, Sarah.
Down, no.
50 cents, 50 cents.
No.
No sounds, no noises.
Oh my God. Oh, the fat one. But you look so pretty, Corian.
Come in. Hey, dude.
Hey. How goes it?
Here it goes.
Cool. You got anything interesting?
Got some pictures I want you to have a look at.
All right. Sounds good. Ready for me, huh?
Oh, yeah. Knew you were coming.
Let me see the EVP.
All right.
So what's it saying anyway? Has anybody ever tried to?
What does that sound like to you? It's not. What's interesting, though, is that sounds very similar to another sample.
And we got this one on a previous investigation.
Uh-huh. You hear the difference, though?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference there.
So, your guess is as good as mine.
That triggers a skeptical light, like that. Maybe that's some kind of a natural occurring noise.
That's kind of what I was wondering, too.
And then we're picking up the same thing.
So,
Okay, so what we got? Anything else that's more impressive?
that to me sounds.
It sounds like you having gas.
No. No, the voice of Kuhuhu is not speaking through me
Okay.
right now.
Well, that almost sounds mechanical. doesn't it?
Exactly. I mean, to me, it sounded more like a motor, a really sick motor. It's kind of firing up and.
What frequency is it? Analyze. Show frequency analysis. Oh, look at that.
25 hertz.
Yeah. Well, that's within range. That's really low though. So I mean, that could be.
It sounds mechanical to me.
Mechanical. Okay, so we'll say that's mechanical. It's not a voice or anything.
All right.
That's really low. Well, that sounds like Get Out. Hear it?
Get out. Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like Get Out to me. What's the freak on it?
167.31
Yeah, that's
hertz.
a little bit closer. You know, EVP's normally around, 287, a little bit around that area,
Yeah.
a little bit lower. So that's more. Okay, that one I like better. That's at least you can sort of understandable.
It's a possibility.
So what we got after this?
We got a little bit of video. Which, let's see here. This is in the Arizona Theater, the Storyteller.
Right.
Flanked at the upper left hand, see that?
Oh, I remember. This is what they said after we got back, and the girls said they had bruises on them, and they reviewed the tape. This was before they claimed that they felt
Yeah,
bad.
it was right before that. This thing flies through, and then they have their incident.
Right.
It's kind of interesting because it's like it's flying around to the side, getting out of range of their camera. All right, now this is the only camera that we've got this on. Because remember, we sent them in with one IR-capable camera.
Right again. You see the problem skeptically. You see it has a downward track. And,
Yeah.
and if you're looking at dust normally takes a downward track. If you're looking at it, I mean, hardcore skeptic looking at it, it's dust. But, I don't know.
I don't know, the timing of it. I mean, see, as an anomaly hunter, you have to take it in consideration with other anomalies in the area, right? Given what happened to them right after that, and given the pictures that we got in there preceding this, that in my mind tends to give a little more credence.
True. Well, I think this is actually would be worthy to go back to old Tucson and take another look at it. The hauntings, they're running in a cycle.
Yeah.
So we could go back out and get absolutely nothing. Well, anyway, okay. Well, we'll write this one off as saying to go back, and we'll see what evidence we can get, and maybe we can try locking onto the stuff with multiple cameras.
Yeah. With the group hysteria thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, skeptics are going to say that the girls bruised themselves by all the kicking and thrashing and stuff. We got that video, right?
Well, yeah, I've actually got it right here. Well, let's have a look. No, I don't think they were whispering when they were doing EVP. That would have ruined the whole thing. It's a flash from a camera.
You get out of here.
Okay then.
That's
Look at there goes the feet. You see all the dust
Yeah,
being
now
kicked
you
up.
see there's
now you
dust.
see the dust being kicked up.
It's coming up the stairs. Get the away from me! Go!
Wow, Kristen's mad.
Well,
I got it coming up the stairs.
that's got to be a little bit of group hysteria. A little
That's
bit.
gotta be.
Oh God, my face hurts.
All right.
Oh God, I've never been so scared in my life.
Okay, go ahead and stop.
There was definitely some group hysteria action going on there. I mean, you saw the feet kicking. You know,
Yeah.
it was kind of cute. I feel like a jerk that we sent 2 trainees and a civilian in a.
Well, our attempt at sending the 2 men in drag produced negative results anyway.
No, I wouldn't say they were negative. I thought it was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. The other
They
people
were-
have to pay for entertainment like that.
Yeah, she were damn ugly women. I really don't want to have to replicate that again if we can avoid it.
Yeah, they probably scared the ghost off and took one look at them and went, oh my God.
Yeah.
Somebody beat you with the ugly stick.
And we'll go and we'll get absolutely nothing next time because the ghost is still gone just from that one incident.
Just from the horror and the trauma of having been exposed to Josh and Dave in drag.
Yes.
Okay. Guys, it's been a month since the last time we were out here. Basically, Bob and I looked at all the evidence, and from what we saw, this seems to be a very hot spot here in Old Tucson. So what we're going to do is a little experiment. We're going to set up base inside the Arizona Theater itself. We're going to have 2 women on the monitors. The others, I want in the back. When you line up in the back, I want the girls seated far enough apart so they're not touching each other. That was a problem we had skeptically. If a skeptic was watching the video, they could say that you hit yourselves or whatever. So if we space you apart, they can't say that.
Yeah.
Another thing, we're going to have Lucy. Where are you, Lucy? I have not forgotten you. Hiding back there in the dark. Since she was involved last time, we're going to have her in there with you, one of the people in the back, okay? You guys get to decide who you want doing the monitors, whoever is fine with me, okay? Any questions or anything before we start? Okay, let's get everything set up, dude, and rock and roll.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, just keep the corridor clear so we don't trip or anything. Because remember, the lights are going to be out once we go hot, okay? Yeah. Okay. Hey, Dave, something else you can do for me. Since Lucy's kind of new to this stuff, as we're setting it up, can you just kind of give her a rundown of what everything is what so she knows what we're doing?
Yeah, okay. And we'll give her a heads up into what she's going to be involved in.
Basically what we got is we got a DVR. It's a 4-channel independent unit. We're running Cat5 cable. We run it directly to cameras. We're not influencing the environment. So we're going to lay out the cables to where we want the cameras. Actually take our cameras and set them up and stuff, and then we'll get everything recording. So.
Can you explain what those are?
Okay, basically, these are the 4 IR cameras that we're going to have set up in here. We're going to have one on the shelf over there. We're going to have one on this ledge right here, one on the stage, and possibly one in that corridor. The reason we're doing that is we want to get everything from all angles. So whatever you guys do, whatever you guys possibly see, we can try to pinpoint it from multiple angles. Right. These are going to be hooked in to the Cat5 cable that's going to run in there. The Cat5 cable is then going to run through the screen into here, attached into the DVR, so we can get the 4-channel signal on that TV. The main ghost hunting tool in the arsenal. It's the Tri-Field Natural EM meter. It says natural because it's picking up natural electromagnetic fields. Things like power lines, electronic equipment, this won't even pick it up. It's totally DC direct current. If it's a man-made power source, it's going to be an AC field. That's going to give you false positives, like I said, things like power lines. This meter is very sensitive to movement. If you notice, if you move it like that, you'll get a spike, okay? So you can move around with this, but you want to be real steady. What you want to do is you want to see if you can locate it again. If you can locate the field again, then it's possibly a different possible explanation. Things like geomagnetic activity, things like that. But if you get a spike and you can't locate the field again, and you might have
So
a positive hit.
if you hear it, you would typically move around the area, holding it as steady as possible.
Yeah. If you get a reading, just see if you can find where it's coming from. Let's move around, but just remember to be steady.
So what did you feel like going in the storyteller again?
It felt really creepy, like just felt really heavy and
Really?
yeah.
Did it feel like this the same way it felt the first time you went in there?
I think it was a little more, just because I know what happened, and so it's like I was just freaking out. So
Yeah. There has been kind of an odd, I mean, I haven't been here before, but just to me, there has been kind of an odd feeling around the whole place since I've
oh
been
yeah,
here.
since we got here, I felt it feels weird.
And with the lights going on in the different buildings.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I did kind of feel kind of like faint almost. You know?
Yeah, Ashley said that too. She had to sit down. She was getting lightheaded.
Did you guys have that happen the last time?
I don't recall getting lightheaded. It was just real staticky.
Around this way. Watch your step. We have cables out over here. Okay, one on that corner, one on that corner, one in the middle.
Ashley monitor?
We got Kristen and Ashley on the monitors. Whoa, over there, corner. I want you real far apart. Further than that, way over. Okay, I'd say there's sufficiently spaced, don't you?
That's good.
Okay, you hear the tri-field? When I leave, that's going to settle out, okay? So that's one of the things I want you to listen for and notice if it happens, okay? Kristen is just right there. She's going to be on the monitors watching, all right? But if something happens, the men will be outside. We'll be outside the door just like we were on the last time, all right? Does anybody any questions before we start? We're just going to go for, well, till we get bored. All right. Everybody else, men out. See, this sucks. We never get to do the cool stuff, man. We always got to go outside.
Nobody likes this, man.
Yeah, everybody hates us. Well, actually, nobody likes you, Dave.
Well, that's true. I don't even like myself.
Yeah, and you know, Dave, that sucks.
Okay, you guys ready? Excellent. Okay, all the guys, follow me.
Watch the pole. Dude, I hope we get some activity like we did last time.
Let's see, how long did it take him to start screaming the last time we tried this?
30 seconds.
No, it was more than that. It was at least a minute.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's what happens. We got Carrie in there. Carrie's very, fearless, so.
Yeah. Yeah, but so is Kat.
Yeah. And again, they all thought they were until.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
The glowing ball of evil.
Well, it's more of a medium-sized glowing ball of evil.
But it's a glowing ball of evil, nonetheless.
Well, true. Although in this case, it's more likely to be a moth or a bat.
That would be kind of cool, though.
A glowing bat of evil?
Yeah.
Cool. Was that your stomach or mine?
Oh, dude, that was you, man.
Are you sure it was mine?
Yeah.
Man, I'm hungry.
Was it you?
You probably ate more recently.
Should we be quiet?
Let's see, with all this effort, watch. We won't get anything. Because this thing runs in cycles. We've been there so many times. We've come in times where this has been absolutely nothing, and then the palace will be active. And then we'll go and set up in the palace, and this will be active.
Yeah, it's just a hit and miss.
Well, see, Carrie's going to make the difference. Watch.
Frankly, I think we probably scared it off. I think it's running away. With all that activity going on, all those people, thundering herd, I think it went to ground. If there's anything in there, I think it ran away.
Well, I mean, hell, we were all in there just running frantically for hours.
And getting more and more angry with our,
Yeah.
with the power supply on our cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think if there's anything in there, it's probably gone. Probably gone to ground. Either that or it's going to pop back up madder than hell. Look like something out of, Evil Dead.
Anyway,
That'd be pretty cool.
and
Get it on camera.
Most likely when it does that, we'll be gone.
Yeah, it'll do it
Yeah.
10 seconds after we walk
As
out
soon
the
as, soon,
door.
as, soon as we leave here, that's when it's going to pop out and go boo.
Oh, yeah.
And we won't be here.
Won't be here to enjoy it. Bummer. If nothing's happening now, frankly, I don't think anything's going to.
Okay. That's the way it goes. Ghost hunting is like fishing.
Lots
I
of
tell everybody,
patience.
90%
Except it's like being a bad fisherman. You know, catch hardly nothing. Okay.
I was
At
always
least
told
for-
that the point of fishing wasn't necessarily to catch fish, it was to do nothing productive. That ain't cool.
What are we talking
They're
about?
locked in.
Wasn't our cameraman kind of joking about that if they got locked?
All I gotta do is find it.
Oh, that's good. That's gonna make them real happy. Dude, what if something had happened? We couldn't get in immediately? Oh, man.
That would look great.
There we go. You see anything?
When you close the door, there was an orb that went across the Channel 4 screen.
Really? Cool. Okay. Well. All right, guys. Anything exciting?
Yeah, a few things.
A few things?
That went off twice, and then we heard noises on stage.
Really? Huh. Yeah, the door was locked.
What do you mean the door was locked?
The door was locked.
From
Did
the
you lock the
inside?
We didn't know it was locked.
Oh,
We didn't lock the door.
You didn't lock the door?
No.
Was it locked from the inside or the outside?
It's locked from the inside. We had the key, obviously. We had the you know.
So you shut the door when you left
We shut the
us?
door and we tried to get back in at first to come get you guys, and we're like pull, tug, tug, tug. And Gary had the key, but it took him a little while to find it.
Open the door with the key?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And what's kind of funny is we were actually talking about that. We were like, wouldn't it be funny if we tried to go in and the door was locked, or we couldn't get to them? Yeah, that'd be funny. Ha ha ha.
Oops.
So, yeah, we're gonna make sure that didn't happen again. Probably just somebody screwed up and locked it.
That's so disappointing. I mean, obviously, in some ways, it's good for us that nothing happened, but I don't understand that there was so much activity last time.
That's the way it goes. I mean, things here run kind of cyclically. It'll be really active in here, one night, and then it'll move to another building. And we're not sure what the cycle is. We don't know what the pattern is or why it even does that. We just have no idea. That just seems to be the way it works.
And when you say it's active, is it just one other building, or is it the whole park and then just not this?
I think there's only been once that I've heard of where it would be the whole park would be active. Usually it's just one building or one localized area. Last time we were here, we had the Shadow Man walking around, which was pretty impressive. A couple of people heard the guy with the spurs, and this place is really active. Another trip we were out, we had all the lights being turned on all up and down the street, so we had all this minor activity going on, but nothing major anywhere. So like I said, there's no real pattern to it that we can figure out. We're still trying. Damn it, I hate it when we don't get anything.
Between you and me, Lucy, what actually happened in that theater?
I was sitting there in the dark. Next thing I know, something is launching itself at me, and I'm being pushed into the seat. The only thing I could move was my legs, so I was desperately trying to kick whatever it was off. It was malevolent, and it was stronger than anything I've ever experienced.
So are you still a skeptic?
I'm not a skeptic. Part of my mind tells me it's so unreal, you have to block it out. But that changed my life, because I know not only are there supernatural things out there are things out there that are malevolent and physically dangerous.
Would you go back again?
I would only go back again if there were a number of people down there with me.
All right.
It's coming up the stairs! Get the